Scenario 32. The Menace from Venus. The Venus Globe. They suddenly decided to deploy a squad. So, they're the ones who live in the Venus sphere. That mixed in the people who lived farthest from Earth during the Regal Century. Commander Mashner, if they're threatening us, deploy your defense squad.
Roger.
They've sent out some mobile suits, boss. What should we do? Well, I just came to say hello. They're apparently not in the mood for guests. What a load of bull. We're clearly the ones picking a fight here. How foolish of them to give us just cause. I couldn't agree more. Now you get away with attacking them in the name of self-defense. This is only the beginning. Show them the strength of the GIT core. Okay. Goodbye. What the hell?
Our entire defense squad is gone.
The enemy squad is well trained. They clearly mean business. What are they thinking? Do they plan to fight us? I don't think so. This seems more like a psychological tactic. What?
Admiral Durrett, some unidentified mobile suits have emerged from Serrano 5. This talk isn't half bad. Just the sort of performance I deserve. How's your suit, Mick Jack? Miss Trinity is a fine mech as well. Now that we received these gifts, we wouldn't want to let Flaminia down.
They seem like an excitable bunch. Yeah, nothing like the gluey Towasangas. And those mobile suits were manufactured by the Venus Globe.
That's right. We came here as requested by Flaminia Cali.
Flaminia. You must mean our peer who infiltrated Towasanga.
I take it you're Kian Becky, commander of the GIT Corps. I'm Klimnik, an Amirian lieutenant.
And what does the infamous Klimnik want with me?
I'll just get right to the point. Would you care to reconsider your decision to join forces with Mizurugi?
Why would you ask that?
Because I don't think otherworlders like us should do anything to cause the war in Alworth to spread.
What nonsense. It's precisely because we're otherworlders that we need to find a way to get back to our world. And I couldn't care less what becomes of this world as a result of our search.
I can't argue with that. Nor did I think I could stop you by simply stating our public position.
Then tell me what you really think.
I just can't stand the thought of seeing the ignorant ruler of Mizurugi getting any more puffed up. I'm asking you for your help to defeat him.
I see. That explanation makes a lot more sense.
So you get it? Does that mean you're in?
I'm afraid not. Mizurugi's ignorant ruler aside, someone already acted as a go-between for us with them. And we have a duty to fulfill as a result.
That's awfully old-fashioned for someone who made it all the way to Venus.
Well, it is what it is. Don't take it personally, Klimnik. All units. Those mechs are enemies of our employer. Let's make a gift of their wreckage. The only two mechs coming out here to negotiate. They must be really stupid. Or really strong. Keep your guard up, Yasan. They both seem like pros.
I figured it'd come to this. How very predictable. you mean you expected this? Well, it would have been quite a windfall for this to go well, but I'm not about to wag my tail for these guys. Or Mitsurugi, just because we failed. Come on, Mick Jack. We fulfilled our obligation to Flaminia, so now we can do what we want. If I'm as big a genius as everyone thinks I am, we're sure to make it through this. Roger, Lieutenant Klim. I know you'll demonstrate your genius once again. It's on now, GIT Core. If you want to make Reconquista a reality, you'll have to go through Klim the Genius. Turning the tables when outnumbered is just the kind of thing that makes a genius shine. Just you wait, Yulia Asuka Mitsurugi. Klim Nick's glorious comeback starts now!
諸君らに地球の誇る天才の力を披露しよう。そこか、見つけたぞ。受け取るがいい。
Okay.
ジット弾の名に
That's
か
a
けて
lot of sabers.
このままでは終わらんぞ。あの機体が敵戦力の中心というわけか。
Oh, you have a
バリ
beam
アを使えば
barrier.
回避するまでもない。狙い撃ちだ。バリアを使えば回避するまでもない。俺には見えているんだよ。ダメだ。機体が限界を超えた。
You do what you need to do, Lieutenant. I'll stop anyone who gets in your way, or my name isn't Mick Jack.
すぐに片付けてやる。
一発だって当たるつもりはないね。宇宙の脅威の力を確かめてやるよ。トリニティの戦い方を見せてやるよ。これだけのミサイルなら
簡単にはいかない相手らしい。
Yazan, rock on. The rest is up to you. I'll return on the full moon ship and prepare for arrival in Tulasanga. Are you sure? Klim Nick is some pretty fun prey to hunt. Perhaps, but I'm no warrior or hunter. Nothing's more important to me than achieving our objective. That said, you guys enjoy yourselves. That's what we agreed to anyway. Roger, Kiambeki. We'll do just that. I guess that's what makes him the leader of the GIT Corps. I can see why the people of Venus follow him.
The commanding mech of the GIT Corps is retreating.
They probably came to show off their strength, since we're supposed to be allies. Blasted Venus Globe! They must be thinking about what happens after we get home, and trying to seize the initiative for Reconquista. But mobilizing the squad here and now might have been a mistake on their part.
Lieutenant Klim, there are some warships approaching. Right on time. I truly am a genius. I've been expecting you, X-Cross.
Lieutenant Klim Nick and Mick Jack must be in those mobile suits.
As you can see, we're currently engaged with the Venus Globe. Think you could give us a little help?
Did you say the Venus Globe?
The inhabitants of the Venus Sphere in the regal century. So they came to Alworth too. Unfortunately, they're looking to aid Mitsurugi as well, and that makes them our enemies.
Yikes.
No! The Venus Globe is coming for us.
Crap. I must have some kind of death wish to agree to work with Lieutenant Genius. What do we do, Captain? We fight back, obviously. Deploy all units. Let's go.
So those people came from Venus.
I can't believe it. Nothing but familiar mobile suits all over the place.
What's going on here? There's a chill coming over me.
So, is the Venus Globe actually Neo Zeon or what?
I heard they administer the Rose of Hermes. They probably used that technology to reproduce the mobile suits of the Universal Century.
Is that you, Camille? How'd you know?
Yazan, you're in Alworth too?
Yazan? You mean the guy who was in Shangri-La?
Do you know him, Chido?
You could say that. Not exactly got along. Judo washed out the AUG. To think I get to fight you again here. Rakan Dakron, you're here too. Masham Cello. I never thought I'd find you working with Londo Bell. This isn't our world. I'm fighting for duty and love, not some organization. So you've gone back to your old self. She'd probably get a kick out of hearing that.
Yasan, what are you doing with the Venus Globe?
They picked up the Neo Zeon fleet after we were warped to Alworth. I'm pretty much a mercenary for them, but it's been fun enough.
So you're saying that you're having fun, spreading war throughout Alworth?
There's nothing wrong with fighting to survive. Besides, I'm a civilian now, not a soldier. I do what I want.
I now address the people of the Universal Century. This is Amure of the Earth Federation forces. I'm with the X-Cross now, and they have a way to get us all back home to our worlds. You should join us and help us set things right, so we don't needlessly fan the flames of war in Alworth.
Nice try, but I've got some bad news. We've got our own to get home.
So you're working with Mitsurugi. Take advantage of that?
Don't you realize how dangerous that is? We're well aware that Mitsurugi has the power necessary to conquer the world. But that only makes them the option more likely to work out, and means choosing them is the more rational move. In my case, I just happen to like the GIT core style. Why can't you guys see that what you're doing will do irreparable damage? Don't waste your breath, Bellary. They're clearly incapable of your level of decision making.
It looks like there's nothing we can say to convince them. I guess all we can do is fight them to get the situation under control. Have you made your decision then, X-Cross? Lieutenant Klim, what will we ever do with you? It looks like Bellary isn't the only one who has a habit of skipping the usual process in pursuit of results.
Our only option is to fight. All units, engage the Venus Globe forces. Man, I'm surrounded by morons.
Bellary? Try not to lose it, Bellary. There's only so much we can do as mere mortals.
I know, I get that, but still. If fighting's really the only way we can resolve anything, I can very well argue with Char Asnable.
向かってくるのならその力を奪う。出てこなければやられなかったのに。させるか。 機体がもう持たない。なぜ答えを急ぎすぎる。これだけの攻撃ならば。とどめだ。いけー。精一杯やった結果がこれか。
Time to pay you back for Shangri-La, Chudo. Just forget it already. We're not in Shangri-La anymore. Hell, this isn't even our world. Like that matters. Last one to fight you are at full strength. So show me a good time, Chudo. You have what it takes to be my greatest prey. I want nothing to do with your twisted hobbies. I'll send you packing quick.
機体は上等だが肝心のパイロットはどうかな。
あら、調子に乗りすぎちまったか。勝手な大人たちに一泡吹かせてやる。わかるぞ。ダブルゼータがみんなの力がガンダムに。いけー、ハイメガキャノン。うわー！
ガキどもが少しはできるようになったか。
Amuro Ray, your reasoning is too damn sound to ever convince me of anything.
Well, I think I know how to train a beast that refuses to listen to reason. If proclaiming my ideals doesn't change anything, I have no problem exercising force instead.
There you go. I owe someone a big thank you for giving us a chance to fight with the gloves off like this.
このタイミングならばこれで決める。まだ終わりじゃない。はあ。
俺の動きを捉えただと。どうやら楽しめそうな相手だな。獲物を生け捕るにはちょうどいい武器だ。
予測の範囲内か。
Yasan, you haven't changed a bit.
Neither have you. And I couldn't be happier. I heard there was no chance of you recovering. So you have no idea how good it feels to face you again like this.
What's wrong with you?
That's right, Camille. Let all that fury and hatred out. Screw organizations, ideologies, and the world. Our duel is everything.
戦場ではしゃぐんじゃないよ。これで決めてみせる。みんなの力を貸してくれ。当たれ。
くそくそー。
A world where militaries and organizations don't matter. This could be my personal paradise.
Yasan, what's wrong with you?
Today was just a warm-up. The main event is next time, Camille.
That guy's too free.
Yeah, like an uncaged beast. A man who fights like it's just a big game. Talk about scary. This guy never stops moving. He's not bad.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Time to try some ancient military tactics.
All the skills I'd expect from someone with the blood of the Universal Century. You don't disappoint.
I'll never understand people like you who imply that we like war. War doesn't solve anything! Doesn't the era we lived in prove that?
クラシックコレクションじゃない本物だやってみせろ G セルフこいつで
ここからだここからが俺の戦いだ俺の相手を務めるに足るか確かめてやるもらったぞ打ち抜いてくれる
当たったら危ないじゃないか
Judo Washita. Now I'll pay you back at long last.
You're such a pain. We can have our duel some other time, so just stop fighting for now.
Finishing our duel is the only fight I care about.
Is that supposed to be convincing? Well, if that's how you feel, I have an idea of my own.
小僧この俺が相手だ不用意だったなその判断が命取りだ
大人の理屈なんて知ったことかよ今はこんな戦争をやってる場合じゃないって分かれ分かるぞダブルゼータがみんなの力がガンダムに最大出力でいっけーうわ
ーバカな
Judo Washita. Lucky for you, I've decided to retreat for now. But you can bet that I'll have my revenge next time.
His grudge is bad enough. Did he really have to drag you with him into another world?
That's just who he is. We'll have to face him until he's satisfied.
Are you okay, Blah? Yeah. What is this? This chill is getting worse. There's nothing left of the enemy squad.
We came to confirm the situation. Well, that was a brutal dose of reality.
It's not so bad, Captain. Given the situation, me and Mick Jack will be joining you after all. Miss Rug has the Venus globe, but I'd say having us on your side makes our forces about even.
That's some insane self-confidence. Even Dia would be stunned.
Nothing gets him down. That's one of Lieutenant Klim's strengths. Well, we know what they want now. What are we going to do with the remaining Amirian troops? We're having the Rayhunton faction into Wasanga give them refuge. The stage for the war is the land of Alworth. All we have to do is leave, and this place will never be a battlefield.
So you've considered that as well, huh?
They don't call him a genius for nothing.
The Wasangan morons!
Well, what's this? Another refugee?
This is Flaminia Kali. There's something I want to talk about. so I'd like permission to land. Flammy!
So that's Roria's friend Flammy.
Captain, your landing permission, please.
This is Daniel Taas, captain of the Megafauna. Follow the landing instructions, Flaminia.
Thank you. If we stay in this sector of space, we could cause unnecessary trouble. All units, withdraw. Save it, Camille. You can settle your business with him later. Roger.
Amuro. Camille. So you sensed me. You two probably realized it as well. People didn't change just because they got away from Earth. And that's why I have chosen to fight. While it was a provoked response, I apologize for a somewhat roughshod manner of greeting. Is that customary on Venus, Kiambeki? I like to think it's rather restrained, compared to dropping an asteroid on Earth. So, you know who I am. The Venus globe keeps a considerable amount of records from the Universal Century. You're Char, aka the Red Comet, a hero of the Universal Century. I used to read stories about you in my younger days. There's something fascinating about meeting a figure from ancient lore in the flesh. I must say, I owe you and the people of Tawasanga an apology. I can see now that my haphazard approach doomed future generations of humans to unnecessary suffering and travails. Oh, get over yourself. It takes a serious level of arrogance to claim that any individual gets to decide the future. We're living in the same world now, and the same era. We might as well just treat each other as equals, and leave it at that. I can agree to that. Then consider us companions. Glad to have you. Kiambeki, might I remind you that Char Aston was a guest, and I am the one in charge of Tawasanga. You would do well to remember that, for the sake of our future alliance. Yeah, sure thing. That's all the formalities out of the way. How about we go after the X-Cross and make planetfall already? A moment, if you will, Kiambeki. I have something to discuss now. And I would like to discuss it with him, not you. I almost thought my presence would go ignored for the entirety of the conference, Char Asnable. Glemmy Toto, would you mind sharing what your angle in all of this is? As you know, I'm the man who rose up against Hamana Karn in revolt and splintered Neo-Zeon. I never imagined that when you and your soldiers went missing during that battle, it was because you got sent to Alworth. Yes, and I am trying to make the most of my new lease on life. Do you plan on returning home and working to restore the Zabi family again? Why would I tell the current commander of Neo-Zeon anything about my plans? We can discuss this at length once we return to the Universal Century, I'm sure. It is for that purpose that my men and I intend to lend the GIT Corps and Embryo by extension our cooperation. Very well. For now, we can give our full focus to the battle at hand. So, Char Astable, if you plan on making planetfall, would you care for an escort? Certainly. You're nemesis in the X-Cross, right? I'll give you a shot at wrapping up loose ends. I'll head to your vessel as soon as my preparations are done. Sure thing. See you soon, Red Comet. Until then, Commander Char. The battle at hand. What an ill-mannered lout that Kiambeki fellow is. Showing up to a meeting with a head of state in a pilot suit. Of all the nerve.
This sits poorly with me. Once we're back in our own world, I'm severing ties with those people.
You'll have plenty of time to consider your options between now and then, I'm sure.
Char, you should be more mindful of your own place as well.
Taking what you want by force and using it to subdue others. It's not strictly evil per se, but it doesn't lead to mutual understanding either. Nothing will, so long as man refuses to let go of avarice. Humanity might never attain its proper form, as long as man continues to be man. Sounds like the conference went well enough. Is that how you saw it, after watching from a side room?
Mizurui is a clear and obvious enemy. Conflict has heightened their combat instincts, which will then be directed at that enemy.
And once the X-Cross is defeated,
then both sides can devour each other. That's how humanity will strengthen its own seeds. That will create the world you and I want.
Kuparusida, a man born in the Venus globe. You've had these thoughts for a long time. You leaked the Rose of Hermes to the outside, in order to turn the regular century back into a world of war.
I was going by the name of Piani Kaluda at the time, mind you. I wandered between Toasanga and Earth, spreading the seeds of battle. Now those seeds are blooming into the flower called war. Once that flower matures, it will create the seeds of a stronger human race.
Are you second-guessing your agreement to work with me? It's not the first time I've felt hesitation, and it won't be the last. It's only because I discarded those hesitations that I am the man you see before you now.
Is that Char, hero of the Universal Century?
Mankind migrated to space so long ago, it's astounding to think about. Yet man was incapable of changing. If tranquility holds mankind back, then I will be the spark that drives mankind into the future.
Feeling better, Pla?
Yeah, Pa. Talking to you helped a little.
That's good. Just promise me that you'll come find me if anything comes up, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Truly Fi's an angel in white.
I guess having Hamon's old Neo Zeon around brings back all kinds of unpleasant memories for Blah.
We're gonna let Fi handle soothing Splat's nerves for the time being, I think. Then you're next.
Who, me?
Oh, come on. I can tell that you're nervous about sensing Char Asnable. That obvious, huh? Amuro's talked a little about your relationship with Char. Amuro's good at keeping a big picture point of view. Me, not so much. Lieutenant Quattro, Char Asnable. It's hard to contain myself when I know how close by he is. He must have been a hugely influential figure for you. Amuro said that while he was just a regular pilot, Char was a guy who would leave his mark on history. But Lieutenant Quattro was human. I've had times when I was frustrated and embittered by his own weakness. In hindsight, maybe the reason I couldn't recover my mind was because I didn't want to accept the reality of what he did as Char. Frankly, this stuff goes over my head. We've got Amuro, his old nemesis, and Trudeau who sees him through the lens of Hamon Karn, and you. Meanwhile, all I see in Char Assemble is the man who joined forces with Iron Mask of the Crossbone Vanguard and tried to destroy Earth. And that's a good thing, Seabuck. And it's good to have someone with an objective perspective among us. Somehow, I doubt he wants people to look at him with needless sentimentality. Camille.
What's wrong, Pla? I feel someone coming.
We're under attack. Those GIT Corps guys must have caught up with us.
Did you sense the Neo Zeon guys coming after us, Pla?
It's not that.
Ple?
It's her, Judo. She's coming.
Wait a minute. You don't mean...
Plateau is coming.
Scenario 33. Char's hesitation.
Don't worry, Ple. I'll keep you safe this time, okay?
Okay.
Man, is Plateau really gonna show?
She went missing at the Battle of Axis, right?
Well, Rakan survived, so I guess anything's fair game now.
The real issue is different.
Plateau was trying to stop the fighting at the Battle of Axis, but Ple is seriously abnormally afraid. That probably means Plateau's been. Come on, Judo. We'll keep Ple safe together. You bet we will, yeah.
Camille.
Camille, can you do it in that state?
GIT core incoming. All units, stay sharp.
Hey, wait a minute! The heck is that thing?
Oh no. Oh no.
Camille's on mobile armors.
We've caught up with you, X-Cross. Now you'll face my Alpha Zieru. Your mechanical funnels are just crappy knockoffs. Who would ever depend on those things in a real fight? Bold words, Plateau. Well, don't come crying to me when I don't protect you in this fight. I never asked you to. I'll do what I want, thank you very much. I don't care what kind of trump card Clemmy says she is. She's just an antisocial little imp in my book.
Judo!
Yeah, I can tell. Plateau's in that red cubely.
Been a while, Judo. Ple. Never thought I'd see you two again.
Are you gonna fight us, Plateau?
What kind of stupid question is that? It's my purpose.
Plateau, no! There's no reason we have to fight.
What a load of baloney. You're just a defect anyway. I'll do you a favor. Wipe you out completely this time.
The aggressiveness doesn't feel natural to me. Has she undergone some kind of conditioning? You mean mind control? Dude, that's messed up. Guys, I'll handle Plateau. Sure. Leave the mobile armor and the other surrounding enemies to us. Do whatever it takes to save her, Judo. Camille must sense a different pressure.
Bring it on, X-Cross. I'll dispose of you all before he gets here.
Plateau!
Ah! How many times do you have to go through this same song and dance? There you are, Char. The Red Comet. Lieutenant Quattro.
I'm going by Char Astapel now.
Talk about a reversal.
Yeah. I remember the times you called me out on being Char, and I insisted I was Quattro.
I was angry with you for averting your eyes from what you were meant to do. But the Char Astapel I wanted to see wasn't the kind of man capable of human atrocities.
You were simply projecting your ideals onto me. I am who I am. Nothing more, and nothing less.
What's wrong with you? Camille, calm down. You're letting Char dictate the pace. Is Char actively goading Camille? Why would he do that?
Come on, Camille. If you've made a return to the battlefield, then I'll be the one to remove you from it again. It's for your own good, and mine as well. Uh-oh. This is bad. There he is. There he is. Beam Saber.
Char Aznable's coming for me.
Forgive me, Camille. I'm going to shake off my hesitation by taking your life. Just like when I gave up on mankind in despair after the pain of losing you.
What is this I'm feeling? Is this his anguish?
シャアーズナブルは俺が止めます。わかるぞ。今ならば。ゼータを通して俺の力が広がっていく。遊びでやってんじゃないんだよ。これでは道家だ。私はもうクワトロバジーナではないのだよ。いくら赤い彗星だからって。あなたと戦うしかないのか、クワトロ隊。来たか、直撃させる。当たれ。カミーユ、私の想定以上か。できるというなら止めてみせろ、カミーユ。ファンネル。決めさせてもらう。そう簡単に。
It's not right that such a self-centered man should get to decide the fate of the whole world.
You don't hold any meaningless sentiments. Maybe you're the one who can best judge me.
I don't care about your dreams or ideals. I just want the fighting to stop. I've seen enough people die. It'll last me a whole lifetime already.
今できることをやるしかない。ビームライフルでダメならベスパー。
これも若さの特権か。逃がしはせんよ、ファンネル。決めさせてもらう。
同じモビルスーツだ。戦える。
友軍のフォローは母艦の役目でもあるしね。ネクター砲発射。
発射。
戦場での冗談は笑えないな。
Even Haman realized at the very end that fighting was meaningless. That can't possibly be lost on the man she spent so much time fighting for.
You think you can sense me through her, Judo Washta? Your sentiment will only strangle you.
I'm not about to die and become another casualty of the war you want.
もう宇宙に赤い彗星の伝説はいらないんだよ。わかるぞ。ダブルゼータがみんなの力を、みんなの力がガンダムに最大出力でいっけー。うわこれも若さの特権か。私のところに来たのは間違いだったようだな。ファンネル 決めさせてもらう。すごい感動の嵐。ダブルゼータってなんて丈夫なんでしょう。
Step aside, Amuro.
Your target is Camille then.
I have to strike Camille down to shake off my own hesitation.
Talk about sinking to new lows. Don't disappoint me, Char. Oh, come on. If you're doing something you know is so bad that you can't defend it, then just man up and back off! If you want Camille to be the one to end you, I'll take that job.
人が人に罰を与えるなどと。これで決める。まだ終わりじゃない。はあ。パワーが上がらないだと。今すぐ愚民どもすべてに英知を授けてみせろ、ファンネル。決めさせてもらう。これで諦めてくれればいい。クワトロ隊、本気なんですか？俺の体を通して出る力を。命は空を支える力だって。それを分かれ。ここまでとは。一時撤退する。
You lose, Char. A man filled with hesitation is no match for our team. Char's hesitating?
I guess there's no fooling you, Amuro.
The hell are you going on about? Are you finally getting some pangs of regret for everything you've perpetrated?
Yes, I am. If I had been able to revolutionize the human race, then a universal century civilization wouldn't have collapsed. As atonement for that, I tried to strengthen the seeds called mankind.
And that strengthening comes through war.
I worked with someone similarly concerned about mankind's limitations, and we showed other worlders the path of warfare.
And that's the best way you've got of protecting the future of mankind from despair? You're so full of yourself. How can one man expect to carry the karma of all mankind?
It was the only way to overcome the despair inside of me. Camille, if I want to shake off the doubts in my mind, it has to start with you. 1v1. 1v1 time.
I can feel the despair inside him, flowing through the Zeta.
I saw what humankind could be in you, Camille. When you suffered a mental breakdown, it crushed me to my very core. That was why I wanted to revolutionize mankind, to keep your tragedy from ever being repeated.
Lieutenant Quattro.
Camille, I'm going to overcome the weak man who pinned his hopes on you. By staining myself with indelible regret, I'll reharden my heart and steel myself against the crime I have to commit.
Fight back, Camille! Stop it, Lieutenant Quattro. I don't want to fight you!
Then die at my hands. If you won't, then kill me!
No! Remove limiter? Yo, C-Book! Char, if it's punishment you want. Yo, C-Book! What?
僕がやる。機体の性能を限界まで引き出す。
Okay. So fast.
この力ならば。なんと
Yo, okay. Damn, he just got flipped.
この力だ。
Damn.
この力が私をも止めるのか。
Char got flexed on. Holy crap. Ugh. C-Book. Pull yourself together, Camille. Don't be fooled by what Char says. I knew that behind his hesitation, what he really wanted was for someone to stop him. But I just don't have it in me. If you did, Char probably would have taken your life personally, as a way of stealing his own hope, and stealing himself for what was to come. He talks a big game about the future of mankind, but it's always his own ego that calls the shots at the end of the day. That's classic Char. Char, are you going to relive my own regret at taking a lost life? What the hell's even the point? Answer me, Char Aznable. Red Comet my butt! You don't get to talk about humanity's future, and the only way you overcome your own weakness is by sacrificing someone else. You hear that, Char? Yes, Camille fell in battle. Well, there will always be kids like Trudeau, C-Book, and Tobia that have the right stuff. Even the far-flung future has people like Bellary in it. It doesn't take a war to give rise to fresh strength. It's our place as antecedents to bear witness to that. Fresh strength. Char Aznable. As you can see, I'm in a position now where I can finally get on with my life again. I'm not about to become some goat to be sacrificed on the altar of your ego. But I also think we can still work together. After the crimes that I've committed, would that even be permissible? That sure as hell beats adding to your rap sheet. Or is that idea lost on you too? C-Book Arno, you have no preconceived notions about me. Your words are straight and to the point. I've seen the fresh strength that I've been blind to all this time. And I've seen an even greater strength than I've ever known in the people who know me. Lieutenant, I sure wasn't expecting C-Book to be the one that would give the fight with Char Aznable the closure it needed. It's all because the F-91 responded to me.
It was the same back then too. C-Book demonstrates power beyond his limits when he fights to protect someone else.
Hey, heads up guys. Something's coming.
The Gaon? Is that you, Commander Kia?
Thought I'd drop by and say hello to the X-Cross before making planetfall.
Kian Becky. That's the commander of the GIT Corps.
It's Clemmy! Clemmy's pulling that bubble suit there!
Say what?
You came for me, Clemmy.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Plateau. I'll be joining the front now.
Can't believe you're still alive and kicking, Glemmy.
Ah, Ruloka. I should rejoice at my good fortune in being reunited with you once more. But I'm afraid my duty at the present is to purge Char Aznable. Glemmy Toto. I'm disappointed in you, Char.
To see someone professing a great cause indulge in personal emotions
It's like I'm watching Haman Karn. You're comparing me to Haman. Neo Zeon can't be trusted to a man of your weak character. I, Glemmy Toto, hereby proclaim myself once more the rightful successor of Neo Zeon. You're the tail end of the Zabi family. I guess I'll have to strike you down. Char. War does strengthen humans, it's true. I try to ignore the cost of that. The lives that got lost along the way. But just now, you've reminded me of how my own battle began. You've reminded me of the pain of losing someone dear to me. Spineless words, Char. No revolution comes without sacrifice. You're even more pathetic than Haman. I willingly accept scorn and contempt. I deserve nothing less. I'm going to renounce your recommend name, and the name of Zeon Daikun. I'll throw in my lot with the potential that I once abandoned. I'll do it as a simple lone man. Very well, Char. In that case, striking you down will mark my succession to Zeon's leadership. Glemmy, I get that you're fired up about this, but don't forget that our goal is to reach the planet. I know. I'll wrap this up in 3 minutes. You just can't let go of your self-centered ambitions, huh? Not even when you get sent to a whole other world. This is a righteous cause. If you can't appreciate that, then be gone, child. Look, I don't give a flip what you do. Just do it by yourself. I'll leave Plateau out of it, damn it.
Shut up, Judo Ashita. I'll crush any enemy of Glemmy's.
Lieutenant Quattro, I'll see this through. If there's even a sliver of hope. Good, Char. Show me what you've got. Now that you've cast aside your doubts. Let's go! Let's go, Char! Let's go.
こちらに分がある。
He's crazy, he's crazy. Fool. You attacked Char.
ヘルメスのバラは我々が管理しなくてはならない。
Oh, he actually hit? Damn, embarrassing.
この後に及んでこんなミスを。
Exactly.
素直に引けばよかったものを。ファンネル。決めさせてもらう。
やはりヘルメスのバラは封印すべきだ。
Plateau! If you won't listen to us, we can resolve this another way.
You're finally ready to fight, Judo. Fine, but I won't lose.
Don't get me wrong, Plateau. I'm not fighting you to make you surrender, okay? I just don't ever want you and Plateau to kill each other again.
お前を倒せば私の頭痛は消える。私とファンネルから逃げられると思うな。もらった。
すごい感動の嵐。ダブルゼータってなんて丈夫なんでしょう。湯道明日行くぜ。わかるぞ。ダブルゼータがみんなの力を、みんなの力がガンダムに。ハイメガキャノン。うわー！
大丈夫。 は動く。
獲物はガンダム。気合も入るというもの。ビッグアームはこう使う。こいつで終わりだ。
よっと、こんなもんか。相手がモビルスーツなら負けるわけにはいかないぜ。ド派手に暴れるとするぜ。このまま切り刻む。
警戒していたつもりだったが。
しまった。脱出する。
Retreat for now, Plateau. I'll handle the rest.
Sorry, Glemmy. Plateau!
Damn it, Clemmy! Stop controlling Plateau's mind! Call it what you will. I'm not the least bit afraid to get my hands dirty. To fulfill my great cause.
一度は死んだ人間だ。多少の無茶は通す。こちらウィンドウ、メガキャノンを発射する。行くぞ。
As of this moment, I have exceeded you as a leader in every way, Char Asnable. Have you ever heard of the Emperor's new clothes? I'm not that. I'm just a man who's doing what needs to be done right now. What a failure of a new type you are. Very well. I'll show you that I exceed you as an MS pilot as well. Unchecked ambition leads to your own downfall. You're in need of a reality check, Glemmy Toto.
やりようはあるはずだ。懺悔などしている暇はない。そこか。これで終わらせん。
Let's go!
貴様の遊びに付き合っている暇はない。
Not bad, not bad.
どうやらエースクラスの腕前と見た。そこまでだ。主事だけでここまで来たわけではない。
Nope. No, you don't.
そんなものではな。
Guess you still think you're better than everyone else, even here in Alworth. A mere foot soldier cannot comprehend the sentiments of a man with purpose. No, you're the one who doesn't comprehend the feelings of the people just struggling to get by. You wouldn't be starting wars over your stupid delusions of grandeur if you did.
グレミーか。こいつで決めてやる。うわー！こちらの想定を上回る速度だと。ガンダム、またも私の邪魔をするか。そこまでだ。主事だけでここまで来たわけではない。かすったぐらいで。 ここで仕掛ける。人の心の光、それを信じればこそだ。畳みかける。
Kick. Finish him. Let's go, Char. I am not the kind of man to be undone so easily. X-Cross and Char will finish this fight planetside. Glemmy Toto, I'm not about to sit back and let you have your way.
Heck yeah! That's a total victory for us!
A partial victory, considering that the GIT core descended to Elworth.
Guess we'll have to finish our business with them planetside.
Once we descend on the planet, we're launching an offensive against Mitsurugi. I trust you don't have a problem with that, Char?
I still have doubts. But I'll overcome them by finding the hope that comes just before giving in to despair. Well, this is awkward.
How long has it been since we've seen each other face to face?
It feels so long ago. I can hardly remember it.
You look ridiculous with your hair combed back like that.
Maybe I do, yeah. I think I've been forcing myself to try to make it work. Are you going to correct me for not acting like a grown man?
I'm not gonna let you off that easy. You're commanding Neo Zeon and trying to do something absolutely unconscionable.
You're not wrong. But I have no intention of apologizing to anyone for what I've done.
Good. I wouldn't want you to. If you were that quick to turn around and apologize, then I would have given up on you entirely. You decide how you want to live. What happens between me and the commander of Neo Zeon? Can't wait until we make it home again.
Alright. Then we'll fight together again. At least on a temporary basis. Let's go!
Can't wait to see you in action, Captain.
I guess you won't be calling me Lieutenant again. But that's for the best. You should forget all about me and move on, Camille.
Seeing you in person, you sure don't look like the guy who tried to commit the greatest mass murder in all of human history.
You must be Sealuk Arno. I guess we'll be seeing more of each other. At least for a short while.
I'm not going to deny it, but I'm not going to welcome you with open arms either.
Good. I'm not going to beg anyone for forgiveness.
You made your bed, Char.
I certainly did.
Well, you sound comfortable enough to joke around about it.
Maybe it's the weight of being a commander being lifted from my shoulders. That's why I'm just going to do what suits me. Moving past the despair that was inside of me. I hear that Char will join forces with the X-Cross. Somehow I had a feeling that it would pan out that way. It's a good outcome though. The war will only intensify. The opposite of what he wants. If mankind is destroyed as a result, then simply one way the chips can fall. I'd like you to start making your own preparations now, to push things along in that direction.
Who are you?
Very well. There. That just about covers my life, from my early years to my rise to power as commander of Neo Zeon.
Thank you so much, Captain Char.
May I ask a few questions?
I'll answer what I can of them.
The princess has been glued to Char Aznable's side since we made Planetfall.
She sure has. They've been chatting like that for ages.
I hear the princess is very close to her father, Inspector General Surgeon. Maybe she sees her father in him.
You okay with Char sweet-talking Ada, Bellary?
Amoros made no secret of how good Char is at making use of young girls.
Be right back. Oh man! Bellary finally snapped!
Is he gonna have a face-off against Char over Ada?
Somehow I doubt it.
In essence, it would take a massive paradigm shift in society itself for individual awareness to undergo any significant revolution.
Is that truly the only way for mankind to change, though?
I don't think it is.
Bellary.
You're Bellary Zenom, yes. By all means, let's hear your take on this.
You say that if society changes, people will change.
But isn't the changing of individuals that ushers in changes to society, and by extension, the world? The Regal Century's history is proof that such hopes go unrewarded.
You're expecting too much too fast. I don't know how many years have passed between your era and ours, but personally, I think it takes longer for man to change in a meaningful way.
And I deem that Earth is a planet wouldn't survive long enough to see it.
We've overcome that hurdle, at the minimum. After all, Earth's environment is largely recovered in our time. Maybe it's despair-inducing to you to see that wars broke out which destroyed all of civilization. But humanity wasn't completely wiped out. Earth's environment is fine. The worst-case scenario hasn't come to pass.
You're willing to settle for that?
I think it's more unhealthy to refuse to accept anything less than perfection.
Hey, Elle? Do you have any idea what Belle and the red guy are talking about?
Not really.
Who knew Belle's quirky mentality put him on the same wavelength as Char Aznable? I think you can fill in the blanks well enough, Naredo.
Maybe. I've known Belle a long time. He acts that way with everybody, and some people get frustrated that they can't understand what he's thinking.
Not you, though.
Or Ada. Or Araya. It's because you don't have to understand him logically. You can sense what he's trying to say with your heart. Sensing? Rather than understanding? Yeah, I can appreciate that.
That is something that should be expected of sufficiently close friends. Would that everyone could do such a thing with anyone they meet, war itself might fade from existence.
Big talk. How about trying to pick up on my thoughts a little more, huh?
Okay, master. Take a wild step in the dark, and guess what I'm thinking right now?
Right back at you, right?
Indeed. It seems we have a fine relationship.
I don't know if that's what I'd call it. Despite all their bickering, they do understand each other, don't they?
Intuitively understanding the substance of something, or rather, sensing it. Are you talking about what I think you are?
Exactly, Judo.
There you are, Bellary! Help us calling for you in the hangar! Oh, crud! I forgot that I promised to help out with maintenance! Tobia was griping about having to do twice the work without you there.
Sounds like you need to be more aware of your own job before you start debating with Captain Char, Belle.
Papa was looking for you too, actually.
Oh yeah, he did want to see me about some improvements to the arcane.
Yo, Ada buff? Ayo, Ada buff? Sis!
Hey, everybody makes mistakes. Isn't that right, Captain Char?
It is.
And it's up to the people who make those mistakes to learn something from them.
Okay then, Bellary Zenom and Ada Surrogan are on their way to the hangar. I'd like to talk with you more later, Captain Char.
Intriguing, isn't he? He's certainly that. If only I met him first, instead of getting picked up by Towasanga and meeting Kumparusita, maybe I would have found hope before I found despair. Scenario 34, A Perfect World.
How's the arcane holding our princess?
No problems worth mentioning. You've got the full dresses weaponry up and running, I take it.
It should be good to go. I improved it with material that I got Lorca's group to supply on Serrano 5.
Now I can be more of a big sister to you, huh, Bellary?
Don't do anything too crazy, sis.
You're not deploying? The G-Cell's maintenance is lagging behind.
Wow, Tobia. You've got some heavy weaponry here.
This apparently came from X1 upgrade equipment, mentioned in the Rose of Hermes. The Red Fleet had it assembled for my X1 originally, and Flaminia's group was nice enough to sneak it over to us.
It's supposed to be called the full cloth. Be careful with it, Tobia.
It's crossbone gear that I never even heard of. Is my future going to have battles that call for such heavy weaponry?
I wasn't expecting us to come under attack the moment we made planetfall, though. Now that the Amirian army is destroyed, we're probably Mitsurugi's primary target. And they've turned up with the GIT core, so they're feeling extra aggressive.
That sounds like a challenge. We'll show Yulia the full might of the X-Cross.
Leave it to a genius to put a positive spin on things.
Their sheer vitality never ceases to amaze, wouldn't you agree? It's enough to make me want to believe that man grows stronger, even without war.
All units, stay sharp. Mitsurugi forces are inbound.
Yo, is that a pyramid? Oh, hell no. The capital army, and marry my army.
Those two mobile armors at the front must have been furnished by the Venus Globe.
Oh, she's gone crazy. Oh no.
The GIT Corps sure are generous. They handed us some very interesting machinery.
Oh no.
With this G-Rack, I'll be better support for Mask than ever. Don't work yourself up too much, man. Mask won't be able to deploy anyway, due to some lagging mechanical maintenance. If you want to take a wait-and-see approach, Lieutenant Barara, feel free to stay in the back. My G-Rack's gonna be right out front. A little motivation is nice and all, but I don't even see the G-Self out there. There's still a G-Type though. I'm going for the one with the skirt. All units, fan out. Destroy the new Capital Army weapons, and crush the enemy's morale. Roger! Tobia!
Aren't you overextending a little? I'm going to teach the people spreading the Rose of Hermes blueprints around a lesson.
That they're wasting their time. I'll break every single new model they try to field. I'll keep doing it until they look like complete fools.
Man, Tobia's pretty fired up about getting that new gear.
That's the spirit, Tobia. The rest of you, follow Tobia's lead. Onward!
I don't know who the full cloth was built to fight, but whoever it is, they're probably pretty nasty.
In that case, I'll make use of this thing's power to fight these guys here on Alworth.
ここで仕掛ける。 ファンネル。決めさせてもらう。
このまま撃墜されるわけにはいかない。くそ、反撃不能だと。
先の攻撃に耐えたとしても、これならば行けファンネル。もらった。
奴は化け物か。なぜ答えを急ぎすぎる。そこだ。行けインファンネル。落ちよう。同じモビルスーツなのになぜこうも押される。攻撃を封じられては戦いようがない。まだやれるなら落とすんだ。インファンネル。これで同じモビルスーツなのになぜこうも押される。
ドニエル艦長に余計な心配をかけないためにも。一斉に撃てば必ず当たる。はあ
Damn, that is cool. Wow.
マリーメイヤ軍に栄光あら。
Upgrade, let's go.
軍人さんなら他にやることがあるだろうが。どけ！加減なんか効かねえぞ。邪魔だ、どけ！
くそくそ。
What's wrong, Sparrow?
This is going to get tedious. I can tell already. Oh no.
And the Keepers of Order. They're finally mobilizing against Mitsurugi.
All units, open fire!
Oh, come on. Looks like they're after us. What the hell, Amari? Come on!
The Keepers of Order have made the decision to provide support to the Empire of Mitsurugi.
Oh my... Come on! What? Are you telling me the custodians of law and order are accepting of Mitsurugi when they invade neighbors and oppress other races?
We deemed that it was for the greater good of Alworth.
That's crazy. Doing that is only going to spread the fighting even further.
Iori Eolite, you will be eliminated, Apostate.
I see this isn't up for discussion. Dude, you guys are violent and messed up. Think this through, Amari. You should decide for yourself what justice is. And don't let the Keepers decide it for you.
What the Keepers decide is my decision. I won't hear otherwise from an apostate.
What's the plan, Master? Before now, I still believed in the Keepers deep down, despite all our suspicions. But now, something dear to me has been shattered. Then, I'll fight. I'll fight the Keepers for the justice that I believe in.
You finally turned your back on Onda entirely. Prepare for your punishment.
If you claim fermenting wars for the greater good of the world, I demand to see proof. If you can't show me that, then all of you, all of the Keepers of Order, are my enemy. Oh, you, buddy. That's a bad idea.
感覚が研ぎ澄まされていく。人の心の光、それを信じればこそだ。畳みかけ。
タブー破りのモビルスーツを破壊する。
器の小ささそのままの攻撃だな。
あれもタブーを破って作られた機体か。
大丈夫だ、まだなんとかなる。軍人さんなら他にやることがあるだろうが。こいつの威力なら。
Okay. He's going crazy.
こいつで
Yo, he's dead. Bro is dead.
センサーの大半が死んだ。
You still dare to resist? In that case...
There's more? She summoned more rune golems.
I've got this. Ada, that's dangerous.
What are you doing?
Hey, Keepers. We're not about to fall in line with your self-serving notions of law and order. Then be gone. The perfect world that the Keepers envision has no need for external elements like yourselves.
I'm coming, Ada. Master, wait. Don't you dare get onto me about being reckless right now, you black-hearted parrot. Oh, shut up and watch. We aren't the knights that protect their princess. Yo!
The G-Self. You go, Belle.
Rah! Sis!
Belle!
Get back! Firing photon torpedoes! Do it, G-Self!
Let's go, Bellery!
パーフェクト。
Oh, it's perfect! Oh no. Oh no, y'all are cooked.
フォトントルピード。
It's the perfect pack. See ya. Nice one, Bellery.
So these are photon torpedoes. These are dangerously powerful.
Lieutenant Hoppa, what was that?
The ultimate backpack for the G-Self. An idea I've had for a while now. I took the maths Flaminia provided me. I integrated data from our prior prototypes. And boy, look how it turned out.
That's perfect, alright.
It might be too much for me. Are you kidding, Bellery? The G-Self has code restrictions because its systems wants to save you too. Really? Be grateful you have nice ancestors.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Hoppa's right. It was that very power that saved me. I appreciate it, Belle.
Gosh, sis.
The Capital Army's new weapons and Tobia's new loadout were both produced by the Rose of Hermes. And they used that power to split the fighting, and Tobia uses the same power to keep the fighting contained. And you use the power of your G-Self's pack to fight for the world that you envision.
Thankies. You've shown me the way, sis. I'll use this strength to walk that path.
world where people value life. A world where everyone can be happy to be alive. That's what I'll fight for!
It's
intuitively understanding the substance of something. I see your potential's finally coming to full bloom, Dory. I don't know if it's because of you or what, sis, but my head feels super clear. I'm starting to get excited. I'm ready.
Let's go, Belle.
Right!
The G-Self has become an even more powerful machine. Is it just me? Or has Belle gotten stronger too?
The knight protecting the princess, huh? You're free to embrace that ideal. But don't forget that Amari Aquamarine is very much your enemy. Yeah, I got that part, thanks. It's not the weapon or machine that counts. It's the people who use them. Man alone, machine alone, can't achieve a perfect world. Let's do this, G-Self. With our combination, I can see true perfection for the first time!
あの動き、ただのパイロットではないな。俺たちで状況を打開する。
そういうことなら乗った。やれると信じる。
俺たちの力を合わせれば。この感覚、
俺たちは今一つだ。これが
俺たちの力だ。
負けない。負けたくなんかない。
あんたいい腕してるみたいじゃない。
これがテンダービームだよ。
当たると思ったか。
Perfect pack nothing. My Yggdrasil will tear it apart.
Not on my watch, you won't. Hop on, everyone else put a lot of hard work into assembling this pack. I won't lose to someone who would willingly destroy everything that they spent so much time building up.
You talk too much. I'll destroy you for a mask.
暴力に訴えかけてくるのなら、なすべきことをなすために。このレーザーでのー
マスク隊、私は
Let's go! Depose!
I can't even win in the Yggdrasil? You haven't seen the last of me, X-Cross. Next time, I'm paying you back.
If Mask's top lieutenant showed up in a new model, that probably says something about Mask too. And this is gonna get even more unpleasant.
大人の都合だけでドンパチやってさ F91 の全てを使って僕がやるんだ。うわ
女だからって舐められてる。ベルリのところにはガンダムがたくさんいてさ、この出力ならやれると思う。よし、発射。
闇雲に動けばいいってもんじゃない。
ベルリのところにはガンダムがたくさんいてさ、一機ずつ確実に。これではたいてあげる。
残念、もうそこにはいないぜ。 行くぜキャピタルアーミーさんよ。ド派手に暴れるとするぜ。このまま切り刻む。
嘘、私追い込まれている。
Stop fighting, Manny. You're gonna make Naruto miserable.
Look, you're protecting Naruto, right? I've got someone I want to protect too.
And if that someone is Lieutenant Mask, then I don't understand that at all.
Then be nice and let me beat you. You always have everything. You could stand to share a little with Mask.
What kind of reasoning is that? That doesn't even make sense.
キャピタルアーミーは止めなきゃ。変なところに当たってくれるなよ。
何の手伝いもできないなんて。
I got this brand new G-Rack, and still I lost again. Come on, Manny. Let's stop this fighting. If you want to go home to our world, come join the X-Cross. Sorry, Naruto. My home is at Lieutenant Mask's side.
Stupid Manny! I just don't get it. Manny was so close to upperclassman Lewin back when they were at the academy. How does Lieutenant Mask get that kind of devotion from Manny of all people? Once he got that Lewin doesn't.
Beam Saber. Beam Saber.
Holy moly. My senses are expanding more and more outward. So much is becoming clear to me. I can sense Ada and everyone else's feelings. And it feels incredible! So many people are giving me strength and giving me cheer. I'm gonna keep moving onward and upward.
敵のまさかと思うポジションがこちらの優勢になる。この距離なら加速してサーベルだ。敵のまさかと思うポジションがこちらの優勢になる。フォトントルピード。
Wake up, Amari. Does this kind of fighting really further the greater good of our worth?
Perhaps they don't get to question the Keeper's decisions.
I'm not talking about the Keepers. I want to know what you think. Are you confused?
I am a disciple of Und, god of wisdom. Amari Aquamarine sorcerer. Iori Eolite, prepare yourself, apostate.
So much for reasoning with her. I'll have to subdue her by force after all.
エンデの加護を失った者に何ができる。雷撃のドグマトニタイルス。
アマリ、俺は君と戦いたくないんだ。止められると思うなよ。やるぞゼルガード。決めてみせる。勝利への道をここに。ゼルガード、その力をやるぞ肥翼転生。 俺は俺の道を行く。
修練が足りなかったのか。
Further combat is impossible in the shape this machine is in.
Retreat, Amari. You give Archmage Gyeldin a message from me. Tell him that if they keep her side with Mizurugi, we'll fight them both.
Very well, Urielite. I'll take that as a proclamation of war.
You speak boldly, but I can tell you don't want to fight her deep down. So, is it wrong if I don't? No. Those bittersweet emotions don't disagree with me. Not now.
Alright! We win!
Tactical victories alone aren't going to get us any closer to an ultimate victory in a war, though.
So what you're saying is that we gotta go after the head honchos.
I guess the ones orchestrating the war are the Empire of Mizurugi.
I've already sent the word to land Nautilus. Wants to rendezvous with them.
We can finally go after Mizurugi in earnest.
I wonder if you can go back to being friends with Manny when the war is over.
That's hard to say. But we'll never know for sure. Unless we put an end to this war. Let's do this, everyone! Let's fight to put an end to the war!
Keep it up, Valerie. Keep following what you feel. Maybe you embody a whole new age of new types, born in a faraway time.
Thanks, Belle. I guess that's one more time you've saved me.
And it was the perfect pack that really saved the day. Right, Hoppa? Actually, you were way beyond what I was expecting. With you, the Chi-Self, and the pack all combined together, I can finally call this perfect. Ah, shucks. You're making me blush.
Valerie, your fighting today was superb. You might just be the embodiment of the human race that I want to see.
You mean a revolutionized human race? If I am, it doesn't amount to much.
What?
It's like we talked about before we scrambled. The world won't change unless everyone in it changes. Unless the world changes together, with every individual in it, then we can call it perfect. Not before.
That would be ideal, yes.
We'll keep moving toward it, taking it one step at a time.
I'll grant you that. If anything, I would say that your positivity is the embodiment of the human race I want to see. Hey, Valerie, as your former instructor, I couldn't be prouder to see you being praised by a figure from Universal Century legend.
Thank you, sir!
Then, seeing as we're all war buddies, let's share the joy in the classic Capital Guard way.
Ah, you're doing the thing.
Sweet! Sign us up! For Marine, guys! Yeah, let's make this good.
May we join in?
Absolutely. Bring all the girls in here.
Raraya, you sat next to me. Wow, Ensign Ringo. Talk about capitalizing on some confusion.
Okay, everybody ready?
Ready when you are.
No matter what lies ahead for us, we will live on. No matter what hardships await us, we will
get the job done.
And then we will seize for ourselves
victory and our future.
We are one. Fight!
Rah! 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 Rah!
Let's go!
I can do this. I will do this. Together with everybody here. This is my battle.